We are digging into some new evidence in the case against Brianna Williams. The former Jacksonville Navy petty officer is behind bars, accused of aggravated child abuse and lying to police and tampering with evidence. It's all in connection with her young daughter's death. The search for Taylor Williams gripped our community. As you remember, late last year, everybody trying to find her, but eventually she was found dead in the woods.
And tonight, our On Your Side team has been looking through hours of new interview footage and thousands of new photos. Our Shelby Danielson shows us what unfolded just hours after she reported her daughter missing last November.
An 11-hour recording from November 6, 2019 takes us to the day Brianna Williams reported her 5-year-old daughter, Taylor, missing.
You know where this is going to lead to? Okay.
Investigators question her for nearly an hour, asking about her recent sudden move to a new apartment 3 days prior and why movers never saw her daughter Taylor.
They never saw you put her in the car. They never saw her at the other house. They never saw her. Why is that?
I didn't want them to see her.
Eventually, investigators suggest her story isn't holding together when Williams says her mom saw her daughter as recently as Halloween.
They called your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't seen your daughter since January.
Yes, she has.
Okay, why did she say that?
October.
Minutes later, Williams ends the questioning. 2 weeks later, Williams is brought in for more questioning after a suicide attempt. She appears despondent and declines to answer any questions.
Are you normally just quiet all the time, just real low key, don't do a lot of talking?
I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk? Okay.
I'm tired.
You're tired, you don't want to talk. So you don't want to talk to the police at all? Okay.
In addition to police interviews, thousands of photographs were released today as part of the evidence. Many of them showed the clutter and mess inside of Brianna Williams' apartments. There were stains on the floors, on the walls, and on children's clothing. Her next court date is June 30th. For First Coast News, I'm Shelby Danielson, On Your Side.